around the NFL with a special guest, Mo City's own, Texas A&M alum, and Philadelphia Eagle, which means he is a Super Bowl champion. It's Ainias Smith. What's happening, brother?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, doing very well. Excited to have you in. See, you made it through minicamp. All the pieces are in the right place. Congratulations on that.
So appreciate that.
I want to start here because, I've been doing a lot of Googling of you just to go back and look at some of the other things and, refresh my memory on things like games that you played and such. And, your name is not the easiest one necessarily to spell. The extra I right in there gets me personally. But as somebody who has a name that, could be mispronounced, I always like asking folks, what's the worst pronunciation of your name that you've gotten?
Man, I done got Ainias. The worst, I would probably have to say Ainias, fam.
Oh, wow.
And not kidding around.
So serious.
Like a teacher?
Man, teachers, sub-teachers are the worst, for sure. Substitutes are the absolute worst when it comes to that.
That's Ainias Smith here, Mo City, proud of A&M. We'll get to the Aggie stuff for obvious reasons. I'm an Aggie, and everybody loves the Aggies.
Everybody? I'm just asking.
I did that for his benefit. I did that for his benefit. But let's talk. I mean, you come into the league, 5th round pick, I believe.
Yes.
And I'm sure your eyes are spinning. You look at that wide receiver room, and you walk away with a Super Bowl ring, man. You haven't gotten your ring yet, have you?
Not yet. Not yet.
But what was just the season like for a rookie? Everything they always say, everything comes fast at a rookie. It came really fast to you,
man. It seemed like where I was just at for minicamp, it seemed like I was just there like 2 weeks ago. But I mean, I was. But like, it's crazy because time flew by. You know what I'm saying? It was like I'm looking up, training for combine, ended up going to the combine, and now we here in the season. Like preseason seemed like it was just 1 week away, and then ended up going through preseason. That was a cool experience, going out there, NFL playtime for the first time. It was pretty electrifying for sure. And then just going through the season, man, they had put me on IR, so I had to sit for about like 4 to 6 weeks at the beginning. That experience in itself was different, you know what I'm saying? I went through the whole injury process while I was in college or whatnot, but being able to like participate and still not being able to go out there on the field is a different experience for sure. So a lot of learning experiences, being able to watch the guys go out there and see why they are who they are, why they're here, was definitely a great experience. Just being able to watch A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, their steps that they took to be able to get to where they are, their everyday habits and routines that they have it was definitely a great experience just to be able to watch, but then being able to do, you know what I'm saying? And
getting on the field.
Right, exactly. The time that I did have off was good and whatnot, being able to get my body right, but then once I was able to hit the ground running, it definitely felt great. So, man.
And then you look up and you're in New Orleans.
You know what I'm saying? It happens that fast for sure. Literally, it happened that quick. Went from scoring my first touchdown to being in the Super Bowl. It was crazy for sure.
What can you describe that feeling for me, like scoring a touchdown in the NFL? Because you scored many touchdowns at A&M, SEC, all of that. But like, I imagine the NFL feels different, or does it? Is it similar?
That one felt different. I'll say for sure. That first one in the league definitely felt different. I'll say because, you work so hard to be able to get to that moment, and it's like the devil tries to take everything away, and you continue to work, you continue to push, and then it's like that moment comes, the opportunity comes, what you gonna do with it? And I took advantage, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely felt great, taking advantage, most definitely.
Now, you just got back, I think yesterday, from minicamp, correct?
Yes, correct.
So it's all fresh on your mind. Take us from last year to this year, because last year you alluded to it. You're looking at that room, and I'm not going to speculate, but I'm guessing there was a part of you going to this year. You're kind of in the mix. Talk about the wide receiver room and where you're fitting in now.
Right, man. So shout out to all of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AJ, Schmitty, Terrace, Danny, all my guys, man. Avery, Elijah, Shoes, all the young cats that just came in. Shout out to all them guys, man. We have a real tight bond inside our room now. You know what I'm saying? Last year, Johnny, I forgot about my dog Johnny. Not able to forget about Johnny.
That's a room.
For sure,
Yeah.
man. It's last year. I was a little shell shocked, you know what I'm saying, starstruck on the fact that I was coming to the Eagles. But now it's just like I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those guys. So it definitely feels good being able to be in the rotation. Oh my gosh, I'm not able to forget about my guy Jahan Dotson for sure. But most definitely, man, it's a great experience. You know what I'm saying? A great feeling to be able to know that you're playing with some of the best.
And confidence level now, though, like you're in the mix according to the reports.
Yeah, for sure. So that my confidence has definitely went up for sure. But I'll say, man, when even last year I knew like I had something, you know what I'm saying? It was just about a matter of time. And now that I am able to get those reps, the confidence level has definitely went up for sure.
All right, we're talking to Ainias Smith here in the Loop on Sports Radio 610. By the way, he's joining us ahead of the Exposure Showcase that's happening for, I think it's on the 4th of July, ain't
Yes.
it? We'll talk more about that here in a moment because he's going to be one of the number of NFL pros that's going to be coaching some the game or getting their game up this summer. Before we get there, I did want to talk one more thing about the Eagles at the very least. Your head coach, Nick Sirianni, Super Bowl winning head coach. I'm going to be honest.
Everybody smiles.
I'll put it
like
on.
you just
Everybody
mentioned
knows
his
what's
name,
happening
everybody
here, right?
just smiles.
Everybody knows what I'm about to talk about.
All 5 of us.
Everybody
Like,
knows.
what's so funny?
Everybody knows what I'm about to talk about, right? Like, I was one of the haters. In fact, I would admit I still have a little bit of hate within me. I'm going to be honest. But I'm like, man, it feels like very much your coordinators, your position coaches have such a hands-on grasp of it. And I'm like, man, what does he do? Can you explain to me, like, what makes him a good coach? What makes him such a good coach from a player perspective?
Right. Man, I've been doing my own little, I guess you can call it research on who he is for sure. But you can tell he's a different type of guy. He's more so like a player's coach, in a way. But at the same time, like he's an actual coach. You know what I'm saying? He's not somebody that's just going to tell you what to do, this, that, and the third. Number one, he holds himself accountable when he makes mistakes. The amount that he holds us accountable to, like the standard that he holds us accountable to, he holds himself to an even higher standard.
Yeah.
And on top of that, when it comes to like corrections, the accountability, the making sure that everybody's on the same page, he's a great leader in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? He's making sure that things are aligned, and when things aren't aligned, we come together as a team, as a whole, the entire organization, and we meet for hours, hour, 2 hour, whatever the case is, and we all get on the same page. And I'm not gonna lie, he's a great leader for sure. He's a
It's working. I'm one of those guys, and there are a lot of people like this, that when somebody is doing something kooky, like maybe talking to fans in the stands and going off and stuff, I would find it very hard not to laugh.
You definitely be in trouble.
What's the mood like when he's doing stuff like that gets a lot of attention?
I'm not gonna lie, I was right there in front of his face laughing. I was right there laughing. I'm not gonna lie. I heard the fans all game. It's mind you though, it's not just a one-time thing.
Sure.
Like every time we playing at home and something is not going their way, the way that our fans want it, then they're gonna be on our heads about whatever it is. But man, I was right there when Nick had turned around. I believe we went 3 and out or whatever, first drive, off rips, boos, like instantly. Then we got getting the ball back. I think we went down and scored like 3, and they booed again. And Nick was like, "What are y'all booing for? Like, y'all supposed to be helping us, or like y'all supposed to be on our same page or same team or whatever." Boom, go out, go score. Next drive, he come back like, "Yo, what's up? Like, what was all that?" So it was funny for sure. He has a great personality, you know what I'm saying, and it definitely gets the players hype for sure. So just knowing that he's with us just helps us be behind him for sure.
What's your relationship with Kenyon Green? I know that you guys crossed over a little bit at A&M, and now he's going to be a teammate with you out there in Philadelphia. What's the relationship there?
Man, me and KG is real tight for sure. That's my dog, man. Him touchdown, I had to give that boy a call, you know what I'm saying? Let him know, like, yeah, we on, you know what I'm saying? And then once we was able to link up in Philly, it's like nothing ever changed, you know what I'm saying? Seen him, dabbed him up and whatnot, and shoes. We was talking about our plans on where he was about to get ready to move into, all types of stuff. So yeah, we're real tight.
And I take it he's excited for the opportunity to work with Stoutland and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. New environment, new opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So he's feeling real refreshed.
Speaking of A&M, we mentioned this off air. We need to bring it on air. I was like, Ainias, is in the studio. First two things that come up to mind are the Texas Bowl, your game here, and the punt return against Arkansas, which was, I watched that from the house. I wasn't at the game, and I'm standing up like that was a huge score and all that. But what do you get? Two things. What do you get most asked about, and what really stands out for you in your career with the Aggies?
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. I probably had to get asked the most I've gotten asked about was the Arkansas game. Like just being able to come back from the injury, going back in the same stadium. Like, how did I feel?
That's right. You got injured in that game.
Yes, for sure. And then came back that next year, ended up doing what I did. So it was definitely a blessing. That's probably the thing that I get asked the most about, for sure, especially, with the injury and everything that had happened with that. But my most memorable experience would probably have to be the Bama game, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people forget about that because we was not that good that year. But, yeah, we for sure made a statement that day, for sure.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was like, man, I was interested because, what would you consider your favorite game or your best game? Because I was looking at it and I was like, man, the stats on that game are insane for you.
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably have to say that one. I don't know. It seemed like every time I had played up against Nick Saban, it just seemed like I always had a chip on my shoulder or something.
Did he recruit you?
What I'm hearing is Ainias Smith is a Nick Saban killer. That's what I heard in my earphones. I don't know if that's how it came out. We're talking to Ainias Smith here in the Loop on Sports Radio 610. And you come to us, obviously, for a good reason as well. You're not just here to chop it up, even though we appreciate you doing that. You've got this exposure showcase that's coming up on the 4th of July. And it's not just you. I mean, you've got some other pros, Isaiah Spiller, Leon O'Neal Jr., Layden Robinson. In fact, your teammate, Jalen Hunt, is going to be there as well. Can you tell us, like, what kind of, how'd you get involved with this? What are your goals with this that's coming up on the 4th?
Yeah, man. So first off, just want to thank God for the opportunity. Thank God for the blessings that he's blessed me with, and being able to bless me with a platform to be able to have, the opportunity to do something like this, and just the community around me, man. I'm truly blessed. But it all starts with my parents. You know what I'm saying? They run an organization called the Heaven Bound Christian League. Been running it for 25 years now. This year is going to be the 25th year anniversary and whatnot. So that's kind of why we're doing this 3-day event and whatnot. It's not just a gathering and whatnot, not just a fundraiser and whatnot, but the camp and not the showcase camp. That's where we're trying to go ahead and bring an opportunity to a lot of kids that don't necessarily have the opportunity anymore when it comes to NIL and transfer portals and all of that. So really just trying to be a stamp in the community to let all of Houston know, all of Texas know that they have somewhere to come.
You know what I love about that? You said 25 years. So this is, you talk about a blessing. Like, you started this before you knew you were going to have 2 players in the NFL, before you knew you'd have the means to get this done. And congratulations, to Maurice and getting that done. Your dad, Maurice. Do they call you something else? Because they were laughing. Maurice is good?
No, this is not Maurice. This is Jesse. This is
Jesse.
Jesse.
See, now Lopez.
Lopez.
No apologies soon come.
Okay.
Because we all look alike.
That was
Lopez.
Okay.
All right. I see you, Lopez.
Raise your hand if you didn't think that was his father.
Excuse me? I don't understand the question.
Ainias raises his
I don't understand the question that's being asked right now.
Ainias raises it. Y'all are liars. Those 2 guys right there are liars.
What do you mean?
I thought that was his agent.
All right. So, but it's Thursday golf. And then the exposure camp. And then the celebration dinner on the 5th. What kind of golfer are you?
A mediocre golfer.
All right. That'll work.
Aren't we all?
That'll work. Yeah.
Like, the people that are good either have too much time in their hands or liars. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I believe.
But, man, anytime.
Yes, sir.
Anytime you come in, appreciate you coming in right off the plane, basically, from yesterday.
Yes, sir, for sure.
And so just again, HCL Silver, check out and have an opportunity of registering. Mo City proud, because this is happening in Mo City, taking care. And, of course, 8 to 18 is the ages. If you got some young ones in your family or ones that you know that love some football, want an opportunity to get some hands hands-on instruction
Right.
from some NFL pros. In fact, a Super Bowl champion.
Most definitely. 2 of them.
Two of them.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
there
right.
we
That's
go.
right. I got to make sure I put
There
Jess
we
in there
go,
as well.
for sure.
Again, the HCL Exposure Showcase, HCL Silver Legacy.info. Yeah, man, this was fun and nice. We got to do this again. We got to
Most
link up
definitely.
again. I appreciate you coming through and make sure that you get some rest because
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
as you mentioned, that football season, it goes quick now, don't it?
Most definitely, most definitely. I appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
All
Definitely
right.
a blessing. And look, real quick, shout out to the Freedom Center Church, man.
Yes.
They help. They've been helping us with this entire process. You know what I'm saying? They've blessed us with a 52 square feet facility, basically parking lots, football fields. Planning on doing a huge development site for the ACL, man, and it's going to be huge. So definitely want to appreciate and say our thanks to the Freedom Center Church out there in Missouri City, and man, God bless y'all, man. Let's have a
Appreciate it,
blessed one.
man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Again, HCL silverlegacy.info for more information. That's Ainias Smith, Super Bowl champion, Mo City native, and Texas A&M alum.